Hi, how you doing? My name's Adrian. I just thought I would break down rockabilly picking. We'll mainly be looking at the right hand, and I'll run you through a little bit of the left, but I'm going to break it down into a couple of basic steps. So let's start with the absolute basics. I'll zoom you in a little bit there. Alright, so with the right hand, we've got to make sure we get this alternate pattern happening. So at the moment, with the left hand, you can see we're playing a C7, and I'm just moving that third finger across to the 6th string to play that bass note. Alright, so once you get that happening, it becomes a bit more interesting, because that's when we can add the fingers. So when you've got that going, we're going to start adding these guys in. So I think the most important thing to start with is just to let your fingers on your right hand get to know the rhythm. So obviously these are all downstrokes. So that's 5th string, 4th string, 6th string, 4th string. And now at this point, it becomes a question of where do we place the strokes that we're doing with our fingers, or where do we place them to start with. I like to sit my second finger on the 3rd string and my 3rd finger on the third finger on the 2nd string. And then what I like to do when I'm teaching this is I like to get the student to either play on the beat with these fingers or in between the beats. So for example, we'll start with just doing our 2nd finger like this. Sorry, I'll play that as a dominant 7 rather than a major. Alright, pretty straightforward, so try and get that happening. Alright, now once you've got that happening, I guess the next step to take is to try and see if you can do the same thing with the 3rd finger. Bixby's a bit of a habit. Alright, cool. So once you've got that happening, now the next step is to be able to get our fingers a little bit more independent from our thumb, and we're going to do them separately to the thumb strokes. So we're going to be doing them in between. So these are on the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we want to learn to place the fingers on the and in between. So we want to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and... So your rockabilly can be counted, a lot of the time it's in a 2 feel, like a 2-2 or 2-4, or you might even, just count it as a straight 4. But anyway, so the next step looks like this once you've got it smooth. Alright, and then I like to do the same thing with the 3rd finger. So if you do that nice and slow, and then with the 2nd finger, alright, now you're probably thinking, alright, this seems pretty simple, but that's the point. We're really breaking it down. Now what we want to do to really get these fingers thinking, we want to try doing dotted crotchets. So we're playing on the beat together, so we're playing with thumb and finger together, and then we're picking this one, which will be on the next beat. So 1, 1, 2, and then in the end of the 2 we want to play this 2nd finger again. So we want to get this happening. So ignore the fact that I did just play a major and then went to the dominant 7 again. That's still the same pattern with the right hand. So what I'm actually doing there is I'm playing the finger, this 2nd finger here on the 1, the and between the 2 and the 3. So we're going 1, 2, and 3, 4. So we're going 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now that kind of looks simple, but that's where it gets complicated, because we start having to have some independence with the fingers and knowing when to play them either with the picking with the string that you're picking, or in between the strings that you're picking. For example, in between again is, and with is. So in combination with that 1.5 note spread, we get. Alright, so if you can learn to play it together, in between, and then basically a combination. I mean, we could do this, but it's you don't hear it a lot for one, and it's kind of boring. It doesn't really have any rhythm to it. So putting that rhythm to it is where we do the dotted crotchets. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you notice these two, the 4th string and the 3rd string, are plucked together. And if you can get that, try and do it with your 3rd finger. And then try mixing it up. That'll start to trip you out once it goes there, because it basically goes out of sync when you're just swapping 2 over the course of 1.5 beats. Gets a bit strange sounding, but yeah, basically that's sort of the fundamentals, in my opinion, of just being able to get your fingers independent. So if you can get that happening, yeah, you should be able to start separating.